You are wearing what could be the most advanced smartwatch Apple has ever created. A device that knows your body better than you do, lasts longer than ever before, and looks completely different from anything we've seen. Sound too good to be true? Well, if the latest rumors are accurate, the Apple Watch Ultra 4 might just deliver on all these promises. I am excited to dive into some fascinating rumors about Apple's next flagship wearable. While Apple has new products launching next week, do not expect to see any new Apple Watch models in that lineup. But here is what's really interesting. Later this year, we're expecting the Apple Watch Ultra 4 to make its debut. And based on what we are hearing from supply chain sources and leaked code, this could be the biggest update to the Ultra line yet. Today, I am breaking down 4 major rumored features that could completely change how we think about the Apple Watch Ultra. We are talking about revolutionary health sensors, design changes, a long-awaited authentication feature, and power improvements that could extend your battery life significantly. Some of these rumors come from reliable sources in Apple's supply chain, while others have been discovered buried deep in Apple's own code. So grab your current Apple Watch, because after hearing about these upcoming features, you might start planning your upgrade already. Let's jump right into what could make the Apple Watch Ultra 4 a game-changer. The first rumored feature that has everyone talking is a complete overhaul of the health sensor system. Late last summer, DigiTimes published a report based on their supply chain sources that caught everyone's attention. According to their sources, the Apple Watch Ultra 4 is expected to double the number of sensor components compared to current models. Now, if you have been following Apple Watch releases over the years, you know that health sensors are always evolving. Apple consistently adds new sensors or improves existing ones with each generation. But doubling the sensor count, that is a massive jump that suggests something big is coming. Here is what makes this particularly exciting. DigiTimes reports that these new sensors will help Apple reduce its dependence on algorithmic data interpretation. What does this mean in practical terms? Right now, your Apple Watch takes basic sensor data and uses complex algorithms to interpret what's happening in your body. More sensors could mean more direct measurements, leading to better accuracy across the board. The potential benefits do not stop at health data accuracy either. Better sensors could actually improve your watch's overall performance and battery life. When your watch does not have to work as hard to interpret data, it can use less processing power. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. Could this finally be the year we get blood sugar monitoring? Apple has been working on this feature for years, and there have been some encouraging developments recently. However, current expectations suggest that blood sugar monitoring still isn't ready for this year's release. It is a complex feature that requires regulatory approval, and Apple is known for taking their time to get health features absolutely right. Some of these new sensors might actually be related to our third rumored feature, which I will cover in a few minutes. But first, let's talk about how the Apple Watch Ultra 4 might look completely different. The second major rumor involves changes to the industrial design of the Ultra. Again, DigiTimes reports that the new Apple Watch Ultra 4 will bring alterations to the exterior design. But here's where things get interesting and a bit confusing. Early reports mentioned rumors of a significant redesign coming to the Ultra line. However, more recent reporting has been less optimistic about how dramatic these changes will actually be. To understand what might be happening, we need to look at Apple's original plans. When Apple was still planning to use micro-LED technology, the 2026 Apple Watch Ultra was expected to get notably larger. Micro-LED would have allowed for thinner displays and potentially more room for other components, but Apple recently scrapped their micro-LED plans, which likely forced them to reconsider the entire design approach. So what kind of design changes might we actually see? The changes could be subtle refinements rather than a complete overhaul. Maybe we will see tweaks to the case materials, different button placements, or modifications to accommodate those new sensors we just discussed. Or perhaps Apple will surprise us with something more dramatic. The beauty of Apple's design process is that they're always willing to make significant changes when they serve a purpose. Even small design changes could have a big impact on daily use, especially if they improve durability or make the watch more comfortable to wear. Now, let's move on to what might be the most exciting rumored feature for many users. The third rumored feature is something Apple Watch users have been requesting for years: Touch ID. This rumor comes from a fascinating discovery by Macworld. While digging through leaked Apple code, he found evidence of Touch ID being developed for 2026 Apple Watch models. Here's what he discovered. Apple has been experimenting with biometric authentication on the Apple Watch. Code references for what clearly refers to 2026 Apple Watch models mention support for Apple Mesa. If you're not familiar with that term, Apple Mesa has been Apple's internal codename for Touch ID for many years. This discovery is particularly credible because it comes directly from Apple's own code, not from external rumors or speculation. While we don't have details about exactly how Touch ID would be implemented, there are several logical possibilities. Apple could integrate the fingerprint sensor into the side button, which you already press frequently. Another option would be the digital crown, which you touch and rotate regularly during normal use, or they might put it in the action button, which was introduced with the Ultra 2. Think about how Touch ID could change your daily Apple Watch experience. Right now, you need to enter your passcode whenever your watch locks, which happens when you take it off your wrist. With Touch ID, a simple finger press could unlock your watch instantly. This would be especially convenient for Apple Pay purchases. Instead of double-clicking and waiting for authentication, you could authenticate with your fingerprint simultaneously. Touch ID could also enable new security features or make existing ones more convenient to use. The fourth and final rumored feature focuses on something every smartwatch user cares about: battery life. According to DigiTimes, power efficiency will improve significantly on the new Ultra model. This improvement could come from several sources. Apple typically introduces a new S-Class chip with each Apple Watch generation. A more efficient processor could reduce power consumption across all functions. Those new health sensors we discussed earlier might also contribute to efficiency gains. Better sensors that require less algorithmic processing could reduce the overall workload on the watch's processor. Last year's Apple Watch Ultra 3 marked the first time battery life improved in the Ultra line. It sounds like Apple might be continuing that trend with the Ultra 4, but here is an interesting consideration. What will Apple do with these efficiency gains? The most obvious answer is extending battery life even further. Imagine an Apple Watch Ultra that could last 3 or even 4 days on a single charge. However, Apple might make a different trade-off. If they can deliver the same great battery life with a smaller physical battery, they might choose to shrink the battery instead. This would free up internal space for other components, like those additional sensors we discussed. Apple has made similar trade-offs in other products, prioritizing new features over maximum battery life. The decision will likely depend on what they think users value more: longer battery life or additional functionality. Given that the current Ultra already offers excellent battery life, they might lean toward adding more features. It is worth noting that we are still about 6 months away from the expected unveiling in early September. That means we are likely to see plenty more leaks and rumors between now and then. Apple's supply chain is notoriously leaky as production ramps up closer to launch dates. We might get more details about those health sensors, clearer information about design changes, or confirmation about Touch ID implementation. Of course, these are all still rumors at this point. Apple could surprise us with features we have not heard about yet, or some of these rumored features might not make it to the final product. That is the nature of the rumor cycle. Things can change right up until Apple takes the stage. But if even half of these rumors prove accurate, the Apple Watch Ultra 4 could be a compelling upgrade. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these rumored features are you most excited about? Are you hoping for those advanced health sensors, or is Touch ID the feature you've been waiting for? Maybe you are more interested in design changes or better battery life. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your thoughts. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel and lets me know you want to see more content like this. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. I will be covering all the latest Apple Watch Ultra 4 rumors as they develop, plus other Apple news and rumors. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.